my name is Megan Tucker, and I am an agricultural engineer. So today I'm going to talk a little about how I support agriculture. And you wouldn't know it, but there is a lot to do with technology. So my day-to-day involves a lot of laptops and computers, and it involves tablets, and it involves my cell phone. So I'm constantly talking with farmers in the field who are on their laptops and who are on their phones. So who here, after hearing that, thinks that technology helps grow food? Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to tell you a little about that today. And just to strike that home, there are tons of people that are just standing in the field with their tablets, looking at the crops, and on their tablets ensuring that their plants are doing exactly what they want, so that they can apply the right amount of water and to save water and make sure their plants are still really healthy. So I work for a company right now who creates these little mini computers, and these are deployed in the field. So this is like a little device that's always talking to the computer in the office or your laptop or your phone. So I like to call this a mini computer. And then these are hooked up into different kinds of sensors. So there's tons of different kinds of products that are mini computers out in the field. There's no big one competitor, big one company who's like doing it all. So there's no champion yet, is what I'm trying to say. So what kind of happens in the field is the mini computer is always talking to the big computer. So it's asking, hey, do you have any water? And yeah, I've got gallons. So like the mini computer is not it's not that smart. It is messages over to the big computer. So the computer constantly has to ask these questions like, how many gallons? And I think I've got 10 gallons. And like then the big computer has to ask, how many in a minute? And so then it has to go through understanding how much water is actually being deployed and for how long, so that the big computer can quantify that into an actual number. And so it's kind of like a mini computer, and then the big computer is its boss kind of thing. So, so how did I even get here? So I actually grew up in upstate New York, and a lot of people don't know this, but it's farm country. It's apples and silos, and it's a very interesting place to call it an agricultural hub. Coming from there to the Central Valley, it's completely different. The Central Valley definitely knows what's going on in terms of agriculture and making it a big production. A little side note is that California actually produces 90% of U.S. Fruits and vegetable stock. So it's interesting. So when I was younger, so the whole reason that I was able to realize that I'm really good at technology and using my hands is my mom used to make us make popsicle art. That's just one of the things she made us do. Really fun, and then, we did other things, like I made a Roman legion tent, which was very hard. And one of my favorite books was this book right here. It's called The Way Things Work. It's by David McCulley, and it really gets into the technical aspect of how things work. So it's got anything from how does an e-reader work to electronic paper. It also goes through the technical aspects of the internet, and it's a great book for kids. And that really helped me understand that when I did go to school, that engineering was something that I definitely wanted to do. So what is an agricultural engineer? So that's what I do. That's where I got my degree in. And we learned everything there. So I learned how to build or construct a dairy building, or things like how to build a tractor and the different components that go into the small areas of the tractor. I also learned about meat processing and how to keep foods at a certain temperature so people can stay healthy while enjoying their favorite juicy beef. And then we learned about other things like how to program and how to code. and the technical stuff that had to do with that. And so when I got out of college, I was thinking, I really love technology. When I started in school, I didn't think that I could be a computer expert, but it turns out that that's actually what I got into. So in my job, I work with tons of soil moisture sensors, and there are tons of them. So all of those can give me this. This is the data that growers and farmers use so that they can make good decisions in the field to help them save water and grow the plants that they need to give to the whole entire United States. So that's really exciting, but agriculture and technology isn't done there. We still have so much more to do. I mean, we're only at the cusp. So right now, people are trying to get pickers out there that are robots, and they do this by looking at the infrared temperature to decide if they're ripe to pick. So you're going to always get the best fruits and vegetables from now on when we get all that deployed. And then we also got drones in the field, which are really cool. And all of this can go onto the computer, and you can see this with the all the graphs and charts and stuff like that. So these drones out in the field, they're used to see how good the soil is so that the farmer can better put chemicals and nice little nitrates down to ensure that all of the crops that are on there are going to be healthy and good. So so we're not done. So we still have so much more to do in agriculture and technology. So we're just at the cusp, and that's really exciting because 10, 15 years from now, we're still going to be learning. So I'm really excited for my job in ag because I know it's going to grow exponentially, and I love the technology because it can make us have better informed decisions. So thank you very much for letting me talk. What is ag? That is a great question. So agriculture is a big, expansive, it's big. So where you get your plants from, where you get your milk from, has anything to do with the stuff that you consume that grows from the earth or is natural. So farming and product. So yeah, exactly. So like we grow different kinds of plants that'll give you like the compostable plates and stuff like that. So I mean, there's tons of stuff that we grow that can be produced into other things that just helps us be a better Earth. Any more questions? Thanks.